a woman on TikTok, more than Elizabeth. And as you can see, she's the typical kind of what you see on here, just posting random stuff about her life. And you see she's getting a lot of views on TikTok. But there was one video in particular that went viral for her that you need to watch. And, look at this one. It has 63.3 million views. And I want you to watch it because, it's really interesting what actually she has to say. And then I'm going to give you the details of what really is going on. Okay, so I had to put some different music there because I think it's copyrighted. So she's basically a single mom making her own birthday cake on your birthday so that your babies can feel happy. They are singing to you. I'm not sure. This isn't a cake though. This is cupcakes, and I I'm assuming she has no friends or family that could participate with her, or maybe she again we called, it's clout chasing on TikTok in order to get views. And obviously this worked. Okay. So she's crying, and you can see the comments here. There's some men saying, there's somebody says you would never last in a man's world. It says being a single mom is one of the hardest things I've ever done. At times it could be so lonely, overwhelming. After watching, this is what's important. After watching Father Stitch, LOL, this is funny now. I came here directly after watching the Father Stitch, have so many questions. You came here from the Father Stitch. I ran after the Father Stitch, trusting the algorithm to show me the fathers. So, all right. So we're talking about these different things that are, people have their opinions. Of course, most women are defending her and feel bad about it. But then it came in, the Father Stitch. Let me play for you what the father has to say about her.
So I've been sent this video a lot over the last few days. People asking my thoughts and my comments on it. And before anyone says, oh, you don't know her situation, or, you don't know what she's going through, well, I do, because I lived it. I'm her ex-husband, and right now I have full custody of our kids. This is our parent agreement. As you can see, I have all weekdays and weekends, time sharing with the kids, all at holiday academic breaks. And for her to get any rights back to the kids, these are the things that she needs to do. And yes, child support, she owes that. It's up to over $21,000. So she's a mother and doesn't pay child support. She was then arrested for check fraud, and during that hearing, it turned out that it was found that she stole almost $1 million from another guy. And also, she faked cancer in the past. These are scans that she would send and post on her page before. So, to sum it up, this person, for people that follow her or giving her praise and telling her how strong and how, amazing she's doing, well, she's really not a full-time mom. She barely has her kids. She goes out all the time. And she doesn't even have a job even. So she just really not someone that other single moms should really be looking towards as for inspiration or anything like that. There are a lot of hardworking single moms out there, and a lot of respect to them. All I just want to say is she just isn't one of them. So hopefully everyone can see this video and know who she really is. Peace.
So as you can see from the husband, he actually tells the truth on what is going on with this woman. She goes out all the time. She's partying. If you go through her page, it's a bunch of, she has all the time in the world to sit around, make videos. She's always eating. and doing randomness, but she's not out trying to work or do anything. And not only that, this woman has stolen over $1 million according to that arrest report and faked cancer. But what's crazy is that there are still women that are defending this woman and saying that it must be, somehow still the man's fault. Of course, the classic thing they want to say, he's a narcissist, because if it's a man, he must be that. There are cases where that is true. There are cases where there are people lie on each other, people go through things. I understand that. But this woman is blatantly lying, blatantly faking for sympathy points. And even if you look at the house that she's living in, this is a nice home. Look at where she's at. She's unpacking. Look at this.
I haven't seen it yet. So she told me to close my eyes. I'm gonna close my eyes and then look whenever she comes in.
You don't like that.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I open my eyes?
Yes.
Okay. Are you over here?
Yep.
Okay. That's so cute. Let me see.
Okay, I don't want to show too much of her children, but you see, this is a nice home that she's in. She's clearly somehow being able to afford living here, and I'm confused as to how she can do this, but she cannot pay her child support. And she's crying that she's alone, that the father has full custody of the children, but somehow she still gets to see her children because he allows her to. He's allowing her to do that out of the goodness of his heart. She does not have any rights. And for a mother's rights to be completely terminated, like her seeing her children completely taken away, the courts don't do that lightly. The courts don't just make that up. But I want you to see, like if you go in here, there are times she sees her children. She just couldn't see her children on her actual birthday, but she seems to be living her best life outside of that, spending time with her children that he's allowing her to spend time with. And they're claiming that no, he must be the narcissist. But I don't know. When you have to do all of this on social media, everything's about herself. Everything's about what she's eating, what she's doing. Boobs out into the street. She looks like, to me, the classic narcissist that could care less, especially stealing over $1 million from someone else and faking cancer. But take a look.
One thing about the Inventing Elizabeth situation that I want to talk about is, so that guy, her ex-husband, has posted all these receipts of her. Nothing that he's posted points to her being a bad mother, okay? He's posted that she lied about having cancer. Okay, people lie all the time. Men have entire affairs for decades, okay? That's lying. People lie. And then that she owes child support. How would she pay child support? He was a doctor. Why does he owe, why is she getting child support? But the thing that really set my alarm bells off is the fact that he has 100% custody, 365 days a year, no holidays. And then he posted a screenshot of the stipulations of how she could get visitation of her children back. And one of them was to have a job. Pass a psychological exam. Like, you don't need to have a job to see your kids. It is your right as a parent to see your kids. Do you know how many people have, usually it's the dad, doesn't have a job or has a drug problem? Like, you can have supervised visitation. I'm not saying that any of this is ideal. I'm not saying that it's good to lie about having cancer or it's good to owe child support. I'm saying that as a parent, we have a right to our children. Whatever lawyers he had that sent her through the loop and got him 365 days a year of custody, no holidays, I've never even heard of that. The other thing he posts about is something to do with, like, the landlord of his business building and how she, like, also, I don't care. Like, post some receipts of her being a bad mom, of her being abusive. Why can she not see her kids? Why 365 days a year? Why do you have those children? No receipts about her being a bad mother. No receipts about her being abusive. One thing about the Inventing Elizabeth situation.
Okay, so there's women like this who are saying this. One thing I want you to notice is that they're in Hillsborough County, okay? When I looked at the paperwork, they're in Hillsborough County. So that is Florida, all right? That's Tampa. Or the Tampa area. In Florida, it's called time sharing. It's not called custody. And in Florida, especially with married parents, it is an automatic 50-50. It is nearly impossible Okay, nearly impossible for a judge, like they just do not completely strip a parent, especially a mother or a father here in Florida. They just do not do that. It is a 50-50 state automatically, okay, because they want what's in the best interest of the child. She would have had to sign them over. She would have had to given up her children or had a history that was so outrageous. Like the children, it takes the judges in Florida are so hell bent against a parent, not having any type of relationship with, they are so hell bent on a parent having a relationship with the children. You can be on crack, okay? As long as you haven't, you're not doing crack in front of the children. And even then you will have supervised visitation. Even then they will still work to remedy that relationship, and that the other parent has to show cooperation. For her to lose that in Florida, it is almost unheard of. And of course, women are caping and saying, well, he drafted something. Look here, I got to scoot this over. She felt compelled. She felt cornered into signing something he had drafted. What? That doesn't make any sense. That is, did you sign away your parental rights? You didn't want any visitation with the children? The courts will even frown against that. And if you told the court you felt cornered into that you wanted that, they will still be hell bent to reunite you with your children, because it's not about what the parent wants. It's what's in the best interest of the child. Okay. And they're talking about, I went through this with my narcissistic ex-husband and I was demolished in family court because I have no work history. And he has money. They do not take your children away because you have no work history. You can be homeless and have no work history, and you can still get visitation with your children. Okay. And court will work with you to remedy that situation, especially as a mother. My guess is that he had a lawyer and she didn't. They signed and agreed a parenting plan with all those stipulations. And it's just, but I'm guessing that as well. The judge has to approve that. Okay. She had to know that she was giving up her children. If she signed a parenting plan, was he holding a gun to her head? Was she under duress? The court would actually remove the children from him if that was the case. She could have gone before the judge. It makes absolutely no sense. But of course, these women are going to keep doing this. I just have to point this out because if the roles were reversed and this was a man in this situation, and guys, it's not that I'm for pro men or pro women or anti men, anti women. I'm just seeing it from here. I haven't seen anything to me that shows why this is happening. And these women just caping for her because she's a woman. If this was a man and the roles were reversed, they will be throwing him under the bus. He owes child support. He doesn't care. He stole all this money. He's a criminal. He faked cancer. She even said here, who cares? People fake cancer all the time. Men have affairs. She equated a man having an affair, which we know that men and women cheat at equal rates. But she compared a man having an affair, because they always go to a man having an affair, to somebody faking cancer to the point where they're posting fake scans of cancer. What? And he's not even asking for her to get her visitation back by the court, is for her to get a job, and for her, not even for her to pay her back child support, because you do not have to pay your back child support to get visitation. Is for her to get a job to show employment, which is that employment is to show steady, to show that she has a steady lifestyle, that the children will be safe with her, to show that she has is not about the income, but is showing that her life is on track, that she is doing something proactively to improve her life, and that is a stable environment for the children. That is one reason they want a job, not so that she can pay back her child support. She does not have to pay back child support in order to see her children in Florida. The other thing was for her to get a psych evaluation. If she really wanted to, why isn't she going to go get a psych evaluation? I think the stipulation, he would probably get one as well. Why is she not going to get a psych evaluation, making sure even, he would probably even pay for it. The courts will even deem it, if she doesn't have the money, that it will be paid for. There's all types of things. There's a guardian ad litem that can be, like, there are so many remedies. So for this woman to be in this position and he's still allowing her to see the children, It's insane. And actually, he's going against himself, because she can actually say, well, I'm allowed to see the children. He lets the children come over. I can still see the children. So the judge can actually backpedal. If she wanted to modify the time sharing, she could also say, listen, if I was unsafe or unstable, why is he allowing me to see the children? There's a lot of remedies she could have in this situation. And so it's just insane to me, the group think, the herd mentality that is insane on TikTok. This video is getting long, so I'm gonna cut it off. But guys, let me know what you think about this. You can steal $1 million, be a felon, fake cancer, sign over your time sharing because you don't want to deal with your children, live in a beautiful home that seems very luxury, having all the time in the world to do whatever you want, post on TikTok constantly. And instead of her going to get a job, instead of her following the stipulations to get her children back and getting the psych evaluation, she's on TikTok faking for sympathy. It is an absolute women like this make me so mad, because there are people, there are parents, there are men and women who are going through rough situations and want to see their children going through things, and then no one's going to believe them, because then you have imposters like this, people who are just doing things for clout and are absolutely a menace. And they make everyone look bad who are in these situations, especially women who want to claim certain things, and then men on the other side are going to get demonized, even if they speak up and tell their story and their side of things. It's just okay. All right, leave a comment, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.